Hello, welcome back. This series will be very interesting because I know some of you, majority of you followed me because of my journey in Global Career Scholarship Program. And it's been a year since I graduated and completed my MBA program at Hanning University. So this series will be very important as I transition to the working life here in South Korea. I started working as a part-timer as early as January 2024, even before my graduation. And I got hired as an intern starting March 2024. And it's been a year and 1 month since I become part of the organization. In this video, I want to share with you the experiences I had finding my job, different things I did in order to find job here in South Korea. And probably the most important thing is actually what my life has been as an employee here in South Korea. Living abroad is never easy. Studying abroad is harder. But I think what's the hardest part is actually working abroad. And in this life, it's actually very difficult. As a lot of my friends who already graduated also experience the same thing. And living and working in South Korea is never an easy thing. There is a challenge of the language, there's a challenge of culture difference, even the working culture, the work ethics are all different, especially the report writing. Probably you won't be able to relate to this, not yet. But after completing the scholarship program and having the opportunity to work in South Korea, you would find yourself in the same shoes, or probably something bigger than what I have now. This discussion is quite a light one. You don't have to stress. Just click it, watch it, and probably hope you'll be able to appreciate and learn how to navigate the life here in South Korea. Working in South Korea has given me a lot of opportunities. The Global Career Scholarship Program prepared me, especially the Korean language training. And currently, my work has given me opportunities to explore different parts of the world. I think that's one of the greatest achievement I had working with my current company is they deploy me to different places to represent the company itself. I know I'm just a staff, one of the lowest ranking employee, but they entrusted me the opportunity to present the association, the company I'm working on. And that's something big for me. I never experienced being deployed internationally in my previous jobs in my hometown. And being able to explore other countries for free, presenting myself, my knowledge, my thoughts, being able to represent my association is something very big and I consider as an achievement. And I am very thankful with my work because they gave me these opportunities. I think me being able to work in a South Korean company or association made it easier for me to actually apply for visa. So, as an F2 visa holder in South Korea, I think that's a short term resident for 1 to 5 years. I'm able to get the upper hand in terms of the visa application process because when they submit documents, they would see, oh, I'm still eligible to staying here in South Korea. It provides a strong ties that I will not be avoiding immigration and probably skipping the days limitations when I go to other countries. So, for example, when I visited Japan or probably visited Norway, they're not afraid that I would overstay illegally because they would see that I have a work here in South Korea and I'm currently employed, I have my contract, and that's something I really appreciate. Probably some of you from countries with good passport or powerful passport, you won't be able to relate much to what I'm saying. But for a Filipino, it's very hard for me to get visa. Even Japan visa or Korean visa in the first place is very difficult for me. And to be able to get Schengen visa, and eventually I got my US visa. These are milestones for me. I really appreciate my company because of these things. The thing is, it's more of like a balance of good experiences and bad experiences. Not necessarily bad, but challenging experiences. Challenging experiences. Probably You thought that all my it's a bed of roses all these years, but no. Actually, my work is very stressful. It's very demanding. In my team, I have a manager and I have two supervisors on top of my position, and then me. So technically, we're just four. But in terms of requirements, omu, they say it omu, like your tasks. I have so many things to do. I do standards, international standards. I also do projects on international collaboration. I also work on official development assistance. I also work on managing the visitors, especially if they're foreigners. And now I do a lot of tasks on presenting the company, introducing the company, performing tasks, especially in English. So if you're a foreigner in Korea trying to crack that employment life, that's one thing you probably have to expect. Majority of the time, you'll be dealing with other foreigners or doing on the spot translation, which is not something I'm strong at, but from time to time, they would enforce me to. I'll try my best, but yeah, if I fail, it's like it's not satisfactory. I mean, that's the best I can do. Especially my Korean skill is not, it's not good. But I hope you get to appreciate what life could give. You don't really know what will happen. I never really expected this kind of life here in South Korea. To be honest, I was expecting a small position with very routinary task. What I mean is like I receive the task, type everything, do some marketing campaigns, do some activities online, then finish. Then do it again for 365 days a year. But that's not the case. My tasks are very dynamic. Probably I would have to do a project for 2 weeks and then move on to another. And that's something I also liked about my current job because, for example, we have projects and then I did the proposal, I did the presentation. However, there are other projects from the other companies or associations that got chosen over us. It's not taken against me that we failed there. It's more of, oh, okay, we failed. Let's move on to the next. Probably that's giving me a lot of leverage when it comes to learning. Probably be able to explore more and not be afraid of failure because I do my best in the documents I write. I do my best in the paper I make. But sometimes, most of the time, is not really hitting the mark. It's not because we're failing or we're not good. There are others who are better or like more suited to the program. So something like that. And how it works is it works like a research grant, like project grant. That's how it works. So even if my proposal here is for me is the best or probably considered the best in terms of what we have locally, but there are other international competitions that we have to work with and probably other institutions who are offering the same or better services than what we have. So that's one thing. But that's what I really like. Even if we fail to get the project, it's not a minus points for me. It's not, oh, you're not that good. It's more of, oh, okay, what could have happened? We could improve on that. Probably on the next proposal, you can apply the changes, but don't worry about it. That's what I always get, which I really like. So there's so many things I'm very thankful for with my job now. And I think and I hope even if you're not doing it in South Korea, probably doing it in your home country or another country, you find these positive things and probably appreciate them because sometime in the past, that's something you have actually asked for. You manifested that. Probably you've asked for signs in the past. Probably you've asked for good management or good companies, good benefits, good salary. If you got any at least one of those things that you've asked for, I think you really have to be thankful and appreciative. And the best way to do that is actually do your job because doing your job is actually paying back to the company or the association, the organization that hired you. This is coming from a business perspective, but also from my personal perspective. Business, because since I'm an MBA student, but also in a personal perspective, since I experienced it before and now I'm experiencing. again. And yeah, actually, I've been talking a lot, but I hope to see you in the next video. And probably let's do more discussions like this. I really appreciate the time that you've been asking questions about GKS. Don't worry, I will not be forgetting that aspect of my TikTok account, but I'll be sharing and moving on to other aspects as well. Because life in Korea is not about GKS alone. It's very dynamic. Life in Korea is about tourism, culture, even the people. So if you have time, please watch some of my videos and probably explore more. And till then, bye bye.